You have arrived at your destination.
Good evening, all. How are you doing? Welcome along to the show. The
only thing I had in the back of my head then, because the intro was obviously longer than our usual intro, was the old Monty Python bit of, yes, get on with it.
Well, welcome to the show. It is Let's Talk Trek, the UK's number one, hosted at 9 o'clock from various points of the UK Star Trek web show.
Hosted by four chaps.
Sponsored by four chaps, of course, and we have to put the legal endorsement up, which is we are not affiliated or anything to do with CBS Studios, Paramount Pictures, or the Star Trek franchise. So,
or are we?
But CBS, call us.
Oh yes, we're always available.
We're happy to be affiliated with anything, really.
Absolutely. So, if you are one of our beautiful viewers and you're watching us live today,
either of you,
come in the comment section, and we will say hello to you.
Gosh, we're a bit light on viewers tonight, according to
a little thin on the ground.
Wonder where
everyone's gone. What's going on there?
See, Mason, this is what happens when we start the show 49 seconds late.
Sorry.
Is it broadcasting correctly to all the various things?
Well, I've had the notification pop up on my mobile device to say that we're live, so yes.
How bizarre. Oh, well, people will jump on eventually. So while
it's pay weekend, everyone's out on the lash, let's be honest.
Right, question one. Carl, have we had a baby yet?
No, we haven't. We haven't had a baby yet.
Wait a
however,
minute.
If there is anyone out there watching...
Tell us.
Sorry?
Dan's question, have we had a baby? Is there something you two need to tell us?
No, we as in the collective, the royal.
The show.
But no, the answer is no. But if we do have anyone out there watching, we had a really fun game last week of everyone trying to guess the name of my imminent offspring. So by all means, stick it in the comments. Let's have a good laugh at all your wrong guesses.
Absolutely.
7 of 9, tertiary adjunct to Unimatrix 1.
You've no idea how far off you are.
Well, you're from the north, so I'm going to guess Kez.
No.
Wow, maybe not.
Chips and gravy.
Yeah.
Greek David.
Well, absolutely. Right, so while we're waiting for viewers to populate in, what I thought we'd do is we'll just recap one of our favourite bits from last week and see if we can spot any more bits in it. So if you guys are all right there, I thought we might just quickly rewatch before we jump into James' cocktail. We'll have a quick rewatch of the Picard Season 2 trailer, if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, yes, because we didn't get taken off air, did we?
No, so we're going to watch that.
Did we?
Picard Season 2.
There are some moments that haunt us all our lives. Moments upon which history turns.
Well, hello, my friend.
What is this? What have you done?
Welcome to the road not taken.
Do you have any idea what's happening here? Reality has been broken.
There is a divergence. I know someone who could help us understand the change in time.
I'm gonna need some tea. Earl Grey, piping hot.
Hello, Guinan.
Your answers are not in the stars, and they never have been.
Earth 2024. A single change is vastly more dangerous than you realize. None of our tomorrows are guaranteed.
You're gonna have to let go.
We're stronger together. You must bring us home.
This is a very bumpy century. But I think I'm getting the hang of it.
I believe you have one final frontier yet to come.
It is
Right.
terribly exciting, isn't it?
So, I've just been messaged by several of our viewers who say that they are watching and trying to leave comments. So, here's our streaming software might not be picking this up today. So,
Oh, it's broke, so we've actually got more than one viewer.
we do.
Let's
Yeah.
assume that the millions are watching as they normally would.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of
we'll do
feedback
is
somewhere.
we're
Yep.
gonna have a quick look and see what we can do. Right. So, if you are watching and you are leaving us a comment, please leave one in the video. We'll get to it eventually, and we'll open it up and view it and talk about it in some way or shape or form.
Well, we should probably crack on with the show, and let's get on with
Let's
James.
crack on with the show and do our first normal feature. So, James, you ready?
Right, bit of an unusual one for you this week. This is called the Cosbrewpolitan. And for this, you will need some gin. Here's some I prepared earlier, but you'll notice I'm not using Anno because I've just got a bit of Tanqueray I need to use up. We're going to use about 1.5 parts of that.
What constitutes one part, James, out of interest?
25 millilitres.
That's one part, is it?
That's one part. That's a shot.
Part of gin. How much would one part of whiskey be?
Exactly the same.
How much would one part of rum be?
Exactly the same.
How much would one part of a car be?
Well, I don't know. Maybe a suspension spring. The next thing we will need is
I
our
said
good
25
old friend
millilitres of brake fluid. But...
Cointreau. Carl's looking mildly panicked.
No, I'm just looking to see if I can find a way to get the comments streaming through to us.
I just wondered if he was having a baby and he was just putting on a brave face.
No, I can control those contractions. Don't you worry.
Just put a cork in it.
How do you think I managed to make it this far through the week?
Right. We will need... Now, in theory, you're supposed to have Chambord for this, but I've not been able to get my hands on a bottle of Chambord, so I'm going to use just a little bit of balls. Ooh, that's far too much. Never mind.
Thank you, Christoph.
One part?
Teeny squeeze of lime. And then the secret magic ingredient. You're going to love this, Carl, because you're from the north.
Not that
It's
far
made
north.
from girders.
Girders.
Actually, Iron Brew's from posh north. I believe in other parts of the north they have Tizer.
No, I'm just going to do this by eye. That's probably about
Is
enough.
this a serious thing you have
It's
Iron
like
Brew
Aperol,
in?
doesn't it?
Right.
Is that a real thing? You put Iron Brew in?
Before you drink this,
Yeah.
before you drink this, as it's got iron brewing, before it touches your lips, do you have any desire to break up the union? Do you know?
I was going to say, after
Are
James
you
drinks
suggesting
it,
I'm a treasonous separatist? No.
but if
I
you
don't.
drink this cocktail and Iron Brew has passed your lips, are we going to be able
I
to
do
understand
think
what
it's
you
actually
say?
made south of the border in places where I can't be bothered to check. But anyway, here we are. This is from the 24th century where the British Empire once again rules supreme.
That's good.
Doesn't really taste of anything but iron brew.
But is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
Don't bother with this week's cocktail.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Well, so
If you look very closely, there are no girders. Look.
That's because they've been blended so well.
did you send a minion to go and buy that, or did you actually?
I did actually.
Is that because you didn't want to be seen purchasing said drink?
So can I just jump in here in the comments section? Christoph has said he can copy and paste personally selected comments from Facebook to YouTube. That's really nice of you to offer to do that, Christoph. It really is. That's fantastic. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, dear chap.
Yeah.
We also know that Carl is at the moment trying to open up the 2 Facebook streams on his other monitors and mute them so he can see the comments. And then
Trying. It's
But for those that don't know, Carl essentially lives in mission control and sits in front of a 5 monitor setup in front of his desk, so he has enough screen space.
Pretty much.
Between the 4 of us, we probably have enough technology that we would have made NASA in the 60s weep.
Well, that would have made NASA weep in the 60s on its own.
It's amazing, isn't it, how far we've come, in a relatively short time.
Well, in some respects, Dan, that's true, but in other respects, we've gone precisely nowhere.
Well, yeah, very true. We're not going to get political on the show. We're not a serious show, but we were talking about this. There's a thing going floating around Facebook about how the distance between 1970 and today is actually the same distance as it was between 1918 and 1970. So this whole gives you an idea of gaps into time and stuff. It's just like,
I wish people would stop doing those and just making you feel old.
Oh yeah. But
at the same time, doesn't it make you think actually that history is not so big as we'd like to believe it is, and that we're all living in a fluid thing?
Yeah. We were talking today in the car about how America and its history.
Yeah, they've got a history you could write all in one book.
Is relatively young. Quite exciting. Right, so Christopher, fantastic help with. He is our 5th man today. We've got some Dawson names guesses from Facebook.
Ooh, some lovely names in there.
Test.
I was going to say personally, I like Test. Quite fond of that one. I may suggest that to the better half.
I like Famke.
Famke is a
on a top.
Famke Janssen.
So over on the Rikers Beard comments, Nadeem would like to know if Sir Richard is sozzled already.
I've got to be honest. I've got to level with you here. I'm not as drunk as I normally am. I've been trying, but I've had a busy day today. I've been lads at a football match. I've had to get the bikes ready for his cycling proficiency. Mrs. Richard's got a bad back. I've been pummeling that all day with Tiger Balm. And this is the thing. Like when you massage your wife all day with Tiger Balm and numbing fluids, eventually you can't feel your hand. I mean, literally, it's completely numb now because of all the medication I've been massaging it. And you scratch your eye and your nose, and I think there's been some sort of adverse reaction. But,
that's not how the Force works.
Well, either way. No, I'm not as drunk as I should be, but I am trying, Nadeem.
Wow.
I've just spotted, apart from Carl, all of us are wearing suicidal red shirts.
I might have to dash to hospital any moment.
I'm not sure what's going on here. Manam.
So if I have to dash to hospital, surely I've got to go in my Let's Talk Trek t-shirt with my name on it so that they don't lose me.
I see while we're here, Carl's waving cat is now fixed.
It is, yes, it's back online at full strength.
That leads me into what would you? So this is a thing I think we should do every week. What have you been watching this week other than Trek? And Carl's injured cat brings me on to. They've only remade All Creatures Great and Small.
What?
And it's brilliant. It's brilliant. No, it's really good. It's really good. It's on 5HD and it's really good. They've got such wonderful actors in on it. It's superb, honestly. I know what you're saying. Like, why mess with brilliance? But honestly, get yourself on the remake of All Creatures Great and Small. It's fantastic. If there's a Ted Lasso shaped hole in your life waiting for season 3 of Ted Lasso, get yourself onto the remake of All Creatures Great and Small. It's superb. It really is. It's like a bit of Downton Abbey. It's like a shot of Downton Abbey. It really is. It's marvelous.
Wow. What else have we been watching this week? Carl, anything fun?
I watched a little of the new Superman and Lois series.
Can we do spoilers on that or not? I mean,
well, to be fair, he did have to pick me up and fly me over to America to watch it, so it's probably not fair to give spoilers.
Well, let's put it this way: it's not like we can see the comments of people raging if we spoil it, is it? So,
what episode are you on, Carl?
I think I'm up to date, so episode 3.
Clark Kent is Superman.
So were you were fooled as well as I was done. They did a good job of fooling you, I thought. They did a very good job of fooling you. But yes, I enjoyed the fool.
Yeah. And there were several mentions that I thought were sort of like obvious, too obvious. And then it turned out
really
not to
enjoyed
be.
it. Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. Really, I liked it. I think they duped me well. I like being duped.
Definitely.
So,
honestly, when it came on, I was like, it was just, yeah.
So as we can't see any users' comments, and we use quite a few user comments really on this show to sort of make the show sort of chug along. What we're going to do, we're going to squeeze onto our next subject, and we're going to do some news, and then we're going to have just general matter because we're all nattering now, and we can't really have any interaction. So let's get the collectible out of the way. Carl, do you have a collectible?
Let's not get it out of the way. It's a good feature.
Thank you for being so adoring of my feature.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
I'm going to make you try and feel really bad now, Mason, because this is a very unusual collectible.
Is it something I bought you?
No.
Oh, I don't feel bad then.
It is something that you were involved in making possible.
Oh, God.
So, with the imminent release of Picard Season 2, I thought, because as soon as, I saw the date and I thought, actually, it's only about a month away now till that comes around. And then I thought, oh, well, obviously we've gone on this before, but we had a rather spiffing time when we were invited down to watch the premiere of Picard Season 1. And so I've got my little pass that we all got. These are rare as. There's only a few of us with these. Not many people will have them. So, yeah. And it made me realise that a lot of the most valuable things in my collection, they're not on the shelves. They're not anywhere in the man cave. They are all up here.
It's strands of hair that you successfully plucked from.
That's it. That's the one.
Bits of DNA from toothpicks, or.
So you're saying the most precious collectibles you've got is love. Is that what you're trying to say? Love.
What I'm saying is, I think one of the best collectible things that Star Trek has given all of us is to almost paraphrase Garnin from an episode. It's friendship and family.
Oh, I feel like this needs a rousing piece of music. Talk about friendship while we get some rousing music in the background.
Have you got any sorts of like really nice rousy sound effects, Richard?
I mean, the thing is, Carl, what you're saying is that as much as a physical thing, an object to own can invoke marvelous memories from time to time. Unless you have those memories to start with, what's the point in having that physical thing? I remember when we went down to this Netflix premiere on Amazon Prime, and we were sitting in the seats with friend of the show Tony Lee, Zoe the Goer Sayers, Meg Mason, yourself, Meg the Zombie, and other people. You're sat there thinking, I really wish that could you hold your ticket up again? Yeah, I was just thinking, I've got to find the mug who's got the one that says they're in seat B4 and mug the fuck. Because I want that. Because I want that ticket. That's the one I want.
Absolutely.
No, you're absolutely right. I remember sharing a salad with Tony Lee because it was wilting, and he was saying to me, this salad's just not up to scratch. And he was right, it wasn't. And memories like that, you can't, you don't get back. We made them. I'm proud of them. And, Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a physical thing is nothing unless you've got the memory to match it up with. I think it's what you're trying to say.
Absolutely.
Just
Beautifully
rare
said.
collectible of yours, Carl, that you've got.
I didn't say no one else has it. I said there
this
are
one.
very few of us that
Does
have
yours
them.
say B4?
Or this one.
So 100% of the people in this particular chat have that ticket.
Absolutely.
So actually, it would appear to be really quite common, Carl. Move on.
Within this room, it is quite common. So I thought, just as a little quick snippet, would any of you gents like to see the old video from that evening?
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
About a minute long, just to stir it up ready.
Stir our loins, Carl. Stir them.
Let's see. There we are.
Damn you, Bromley. Damn you. Oh, I know you
Hopefully
I've got a funny anecdote to say about this one. When it's finished.
I want to know who puts out
Carl, that was a lovely piece of video. Very well put together, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
That was about the last normal thing we did before some idiot in China ate a bat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Joe, when we were just the video clip you played that showed us in it walking down the red carpet, it was quite funny because literally just before then I was walking next to Tony and I said, "That's Jerry Ryan right ahead of us, isn't it?" And he said, "Yes, it is." I said, "I'm going to go and ask her for a selfie." He said, "Don't you dare." He said, "Don't you dare." He said, "Don't dare." So I don't care. I'm going to ask her for a selfie. He said, "Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I'll never come to anything like this with you again if you don't do that." I'm like, "Oh, go on, take that." He's like, "Don't you dare. Don't you dare."
Bless Mr. Tony Lee. Right. So that was a good clip. I enjoyed that. I thought it was going to be something embarrassing.
He invited us to his birthday party that got COVIDed off, and we need to reboot it.
Yeah, there's a few things. I mean, Tony was very kind. He came to our Star Trek party out at the Atlantis. And that was the last time we saw him. We need to see him again. He's a good chap, Tony. Nice guy.
I saw him at Destination Star Trek.
Yes, we saw him there, yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh, no, you guys saw him because you were in the green room and I was stood outside holding your fucking bags.
Language.
Was that a bit strong?
Drink wine.
Was that a bit strong? I don't know. Is that what happened? I don't know.
The peasants are revolting. Right.
Dear viewer, I did insist they went ahead and did this without me. It was at my insistence. They were very gracious in saying, "Come along, Rich." And I was like, "No, please."
And
I'm happy being passed for two.
In the true way that this show is filmed, which is, and our exploits are very much like the BBC program Top Gear, or Amazon as it now is, we do indeed leave a man behind. So,
or in my case, the man. But
absolutely. We do. Let's be honest. We're going to talk about this. We've got a James. We've got a Richard, and we've got a bumbling oaf from the north. So, we are practically Top Gear-esque as it is. And then you've got Quentin Wilson over that way that, used to on Top Gear.
You call him Quentin Wilson?
Apparently so.
Well, the Stig's not over, is he? And you can't be the American, so...
Of course I can be the American. I can speak in an American accent if you need me to.
Well, go on then, in your own time.
Just ruined the joke, didn't he, Richard?
You called out. Right.
That was actually really good. Hang on, wait for it.
Come on, I really thought you'd be on the ball there, Richard.
D17 and the sound clip is not yet loaded.
I'm from Liverpool. Why, I man.
The problem is there's too many icons.
Oh God. This would be a great radio show.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Don't worry. Yeah, fine.
Screwbell, rubber duck.
As
the moment I went on a history tour with a chap who kept talking about Byzantine iconography, and very much upset me.
There we go.
There we are. So should we go for that again then, Richard? Now, I can speak in an American accent if you really want me to, mate.
In your own time.
So close.
Oh, hang on, American, did you say?
Wow.
Moderator, moving on.
Moving on. Right, time for news. So let's do the news. Boop. Here we go. Who's that?
That is Terry Wogan.
No, it's not Terry Wogan.
And what looks like the Force ghost of Doug Jones.
That's Doug Jones from Labyrinth.
That's a character, I think, from Discovery, and the actor Doug Jones.
Yeah,
it is indeed Doug Jones, and we love Doug Jones. Why is he on my screen? What's the relevance?
Is it because you subscribe to some very special website, Stan?
Yes, it is. It is my onlysaru.com subscription,
Jesus.
Which cost me a grand total of 6 bars of Latinum a week.
6 bars?
Crikey, you've been hard.
I know. Someone's got to pay for those very special stiletto heels of his. Right, no, this is Doug Jones is going to be honoured with the inaugural Makeup and Hairstylist Guild Chair Award for being always in makeup and being the man that, if ever you wanted in makeup or anything like that, that's the man you talk to. So he's getting an award for just being awesome and always in some sort of character. So.
Wait a minute. No, that makes no sense, Dan. Let's think this through, right? Oh, so if I'm the chap who's always being shot at, do I get an award for gallantry?
Well, it's like giving the Sean Bean the award for always dying, you know.
But you give Doug Jones the award for being in makeup. I mean, is there such a thing? I mean, he's not the one who applies the makeup.
He's going to be presented his award by Sonequa Martin Green, who has promised not to cry. So,
will she speak like this? Oh, so you need subtitles.
Sonequa Martin Green. Christoph, we are watching your comments. Yes, indeed. We are seeing them. Don't worry, we are. We're going to get to them in a second. Right. Yes, Doug Jones has been nominated for that. Right. Moving on, then. Our next one would be. Oh, what's this, Richard? You know about this.
Yeah, so this is the recently all of the Star Trek original movies have been upscaled to 4K, but a little bit, should we say? Well, there's not a polite way to say. Yeah, they decided that they would withhold the director's cut of the motion picture from the 4K release and re-release it as a special in its own right, which is the norm. You know, you can't. You know, people can pay for it. So the re-release of the motion picture is coming out later this year in 4K as the director's cut. I've seen the standard cut. I have to say, I was absolutely wowed by it. I'm not sure how much more you're going to get from the director's cut. It's still a shit film, but it was absolutely, you know. Well,
Wash your mouth out.
Well, as a film, it's crap, but the special effects shots and everything are just outstanding through it. It really is amazing. Yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough. If you have a 4K TV, then please do fork out and get the 4K edition of the motion picture because it's just breathtaking. It really is.
So it's right. This week on the Heresy channel, Richard mocks the motion picture, and I describe my hatred of the inner light.
Yeah, the inner light's just awful.
On this particular topic, can we go back to the picture of the Enterprise there, the 4K Enterprise?
Can we insult the inner light some more first?
There it is. Now look at that. Now, who, chaps, is going to disagree that the refit Enterprise is the most beautiful starship that has ever appeared on screen? Who's going to take that argument?
I think in terms of what's appeared on screen, in terms of wow factor, when I saw it, then it had to be the Enterprise E in First Contact when I saw it at the cinema. That wowed me.
All right, I'm gonna raise you. I'm going to raise you that with the feeling we got at the Picard premiere with that exterior shot of the Enterprise D.
Oh, in full HD, yeah.
Wasn't it?
That was
Oh, hand me a Kleenex. It really was just, yeah. It was awesome. Yeah. No, but in terms of lasting, kind of impressions, yeah, the refit Enterprise, I think you're right, is the best. In terms of what one wowed me when I saw it for the first time, the E on the big screen at the cinema, first cut, it was just, I couldn't believe it. It looked like a ship that was in warp drive when it was standing still. It was just beautiful. It just really felt like the franchise had moved with the times when you saw that ship. It was amazing.
Indeed. Designed by a friend of the show, John Eves.
Right.
Yes, friend of the show, John Eves, yes.
Let's move on. More news. Thank you very much. Ships moving on very briefly. Let's go for this one. What's this? Does anyone know? Or do I need to explain it for you?
Well, you've got 2 Star Trek shows, one of which is really good, and an award.
So,
hang on a minute. I think wait. I think I know this one.
Oh, go
on. There's an angel holding up what looks like an ocarina palette.
No, that's the barrel from a revolver.
Right. Let me educate you.
They're forcing the Discovery cast to fight lower decks in a game of like the Deer Hunter. Is what's happening here. This is Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken is hosting a new Star Trek panel like the Deer Hunter, where the Discovery fight lower decks and go Foggy.
Yes, they're going to play Russian roulette. The two things. No. What's actually happened is Star Trek Discovery and Lower Decks were nominated for 4 Golden Reel Sound Editing Awards. Discovery's been nominated for 3 Sound Editing Awards. It's been edited for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Editing, Series 1 for the dialogue and the dialogue sounds, and the Discovery team have been nominated for that. They're up against For All Mankind, The Handmaid's Tale, The Morning Show, The Nevers, Squid Game, Succession, and Ted Lasso. So they're up against...
Ted Lasso.
Now, James, I believe you're a big fan of the sound and volume and dialogue on Discovery, aren't you?
No. I can't make out anything anybody says on Discovery, even if I cared.
It's also for a Outstanding Achievement in Sound Editing Awards for effects and Foley, which is when they make sound effects and things that make noises. It's going up against Handmaid's Tale, Lost in Space, Squid Game, Ted Lasso, The Witcher, and Wu-Tang. So it's up against those.
Lost in Space.
And let's not forget Let's not forget. Let's talk Trek for our sound editing.
Right, it's also up for a in-show music award, and it's going up against again Cobra Kai, C, Squid Game, Ted Lasso, The Witcher, and Wu-Tang again. So
Ted There's only one winner there, and that's Ted Lasso. I mean,
right. Nominated as well. Lower Decks has been nominated for an outstanding achievement in animated series or short.
Look,
and it's going up against a Jurassic Park. Star Wars, and Star Wars.
It's going up against Jurassic Park?
Yeah, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous.
Oh, I've watched that with my kids. It's all right, actually.
Let me making more dinosaur things. Oh, blimey.
Yes, James, you'll watch this with your kids. Camp Cretaceous. It's good. It's on Netflix.
Camp
Cretaceous, presumably.
Cretaceous.
Yeah.
Yes, that's one.
Rather than Camp Crustacean.
Camp Crustacean.
Moving on. More news.
It's about a fabulous crab. Right.
Right. Moving
Camp
on.
Crustacean.
Come on, John.
Does it go?
Oh, you're like me. Carl, focus. Please.
Hello.
What's this?
Don't care. Move on.
It looks like some toys. So
this is the new range of Playmates toys that are coming out. You can pre-order these from next week. They start at about $12-ish. There is an actual price list online if you can want to find it, and I think where you can pre-order them. There is various ones. They're very much like the old ones from the 90s. So there's some Discovery ones like this, which you can see. We've also got, let's have a quick look, some TNG.
That's more like it. Look at those.
Ooh, hang on. I think I have a
That's
TNG.
splendid. Look, Riker's not got a ripped top. That's what he always used to have, didn't he?
Like this one.
Yep.
Oh
no, Carl, you've got the Generations version there with the aborted Generations uniform.
I have.
I thought those would be worth a mint, and of course they're everywhere.
Yep.
So they're not.
There's also a new phaser coming out from them, which is going to be sold in retro boxing, apparently.
Who's this by, Dan?
Playmates.
So, I mean, it doesn't look quite as good as I remember the original Playmates phaser looking.
No. The proportion just doesn't look quite right.
This is going to be apparently, I want to say 18 inches long with...
18 inches?
There's some TOS ones as well.
Oh, Carl!
Richard, tell me you have that sound effect.
Yes, so replica ship 18 inches includes light sounds and phasers in nostalgic packaging. So that's coming out as well. And these ones. That one I'm quite excited by. Right, moving on. Oh, Carl, bit of news. What's this one?
It's a rocket.
Okay, what's significant about the Vulcan rocket?
I like the fact that it goes USA on it.
It's got DNA on it.
It has. It's got. This is actually. You should hand this over to Richard because DNA of Star Trek alumni is one of Richard's specialty subjects.
Yes, so this rocket generally does contain Gene Roddenberry's semen or something. It's got the ashes of Gene, Majel Barrett, and James Doohan, I believe, all on the same rocket. Yeah, and they're firing it off into outer space. And I guess they're hoping, as we are, that advanced species will find their DNA, and I don't know. Hopefully not like Oblivion with Tom Cruise.
We're hoping more for a Galaxy Quest than an Oblivion.
Yeah, we're hoping more sort of Galaxy Quest more than Tom Cruise. And
not to bring them back as puppets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So that's cool news. Right, let's move on to more news. My next piece of news this week is this one, and for this one, I've got some video, dear boys. So watch and learn. Let's press this.
Our enemy strikes from the shadows. Boldly, quickly, ruthlessly. They're looking for something or someone. They must not be allowed to succeed. I couldn't agree more, Admiral.
Fantastic. So this is a new chapter of Star Trek Online. As our regular viewer will know, I'm an avid player of Star Trek Online. I've not had a chance to play this chapter yet, but if anyone would like to play it with me, please ping a message to the show, and I'm going to record my thing. We'll have a thing on it next week. It'll be cool.
Absolutely. So that is exciting. We are looking forward to it.
Right. I'm ready. Let's go.
And it's got Kate Mulgrew doing the voice of Janeway and Mira Janeway.
Well, looking at Chase Marston's going to be in it as well. She lends her voice to a lot of stuff on Star Trek Online, so it'll be good to see. Because I know she's in love with me, but also she's a fantastic actress as well. So,
we chatted to our friend Gary, who says he's now thinking of doing a 4-foot Enterprise D.
Is that some sort of euphemism?
Many printings. Right. So yeah, that's how exciting. Right, Richard, you have got a new feature, I believe.
Oh yes. Yeah, I've got a new feature. Don't worry. Yeah, here we go. So this is our new feature called the Counselor's Couch, where you can literally write into us every week and give us your problems, and then as a team we will address the problems and give you the advice that you need to get through your Trek life. So I'm going to kick it off this week. I've had one in from Anonymous, and yeah, we're gonna go for this now. And so Moody and Margate writes this. Dear chaps, I had a secret crush on one of the Trekkie girls. However, I recently found out that she has never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Should I move on to a different Trekkie girl, a la Beckham? Or should I attempt to fix the current situation? Yours forlorn, Moody in Margate. So, chaps, what do we think? How would you, if you had a secret crush on someone and all of a sudden you realised they weren't going to meet up to your expectations, what would you do? I'll start this one off with James, please.
Okay, well, I've run the numbers.
Yeah.
Ziggy reckons that it's an 89% chance you've got to fix it.
Okay, so go for a fix. Okay. Dan?
I mean, all the Trekkie girls are lovely, so hard choice. Fix, I think, is what we're going to go with.
Try and fix it. Continue stalking the same girl, essentially. Carl?
I would suggest that if they unfortunately don't measure up to your expectations, then there's something wrong with you. Like we say, they're all lovely. So, yeah. And you should never try changing anyone. Don't fix it.
Don't? You're going for don't fix it.
Don't fix it, because by fixing it, you're trying to change them. Would you want to change any of them? No.
Well, I think in this particular case, I think that personally, if it were me, I would write a love song for this Trekkie. I would write a love song for this Trekkie girl, and I would play it to her on Let's Talk Trek. And
if only we could facilitate that.
Yeah, and hope that she could then hear the love song.
Always we will find. I tried to make you love till everything's forgotten. I know you hate that. once or twice, and everything's forgotten. I know you hate that. I love your Sunday song. The week's not yet begun, and everything is quiet, and it's always you and me, always, and forever, you and me, always, and forever, and it was always you and me, always. You tell me I love you. I try to look impressed. We're not very convincing. I know you love it. I know we watch TV till we fall asleep. Not very exciting, but it's you and me, always. Be together, you and me, always. And forever, and it was always you and me, always.
So there we have it. There's your advice. Moody in Margate. Like, don't
You
give
did
up.
it, Sam. Ziggy says you corrected it. You get happily married together and everything is fine. You're going to leave.
Continue stalking her from the bushes. She'll have heard the love song, and you're fine. Anonymous Moody from Margate. Well done.
Okay, can I just point out you probably shouldn't be stalking her bushes.
Because she doesn't have any. Hang on. Wait. I don't want to play online poker. There we go.
Yeah.
Phenomenon!
Right. Okay. Fantastic. Well, thank you for that one. Moving on. So we are
bombshell.
Oh, actually, talking of the Trekkie Girls, it has been a big ask of this show for the last. We're on season 3 now, so last 3 seasons, people have been saying, "Oh, you should do something with the Trekkie Girls." Well, next week we are. We're going down to see them, so keep your eyes peeled for pictures and updates.
I'm going to be in the bushes with my telephoto lens.
But you don't have to be in the bushes because we're going to meet them.
It's not a case of having to be. He wants to be.
I'll be there with my weed whacker.
Yes, it is an exciting away mission.
Right, I'm going to give you the same advice that Tony Lee gave you.
We're going to be awaiting the arrival of a child.
Once again, I have to miss out on the away mission.
Richard, I'm giving you the same advice that Tony Lee gave you. No, 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 no.
Well, he said no. But
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Gary says, are we meeting up in the hot tub?
My hot tub's broken. It won't get above 11 degrees. Honestly, I've got the raving arsehole about it.
Oh, God, I've got a load of iron brew left as well.
Oh. Well, if you think we should take some cocktails to drink with the Trekkie Girls and you think we should do that, feel free to send us money. Details on the
We're
screen.
totally doing cocktails.
Use our PayPal link and we will buy the Trekkie Girls a drink on your behalf. We might buy us a drink as well.
Here, we'll take this with us.
Not the book of cocktails. Right, moving on. It's nearly the end of the hour, which means we've got time for this.
Now, dear viewer, owing to the way in which the internet works, I've found all sorts of stuff on the internet. Sent it to Carl. He may have chosen one of the links I sent him. He may have chosen one of those I sent him while drunk. I don't know. Roll VT.
No one told you that was gonna be this way. The job's a joke you broke, the love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. But Well, it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year, but I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to pour, I'll be there for you. Like I've been there before, I'll be there for you. So there for
Yeah, that's my favourite one. That was brilliant. I really like that. That was great. Dear viewer, I've only recently watched Friends. I never saw it when it's first time around. I only watched it like a year ago for the first time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very humorous. So that's fresh in my memory, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was good.
If you enjoy Friends, can I suggest you should watch How I Met Your Mother?
I've not heard of that, but yes, I'll give it. If it's is it an offshoot of Friends? Is it?
No, it's in the same sort of vein, but a different.
Well, it's got Doogie Howser in it, hasn't it?
Yes, it's the 10th season.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Neil
I used to
Patrick
watch Doogie Howser. He's like Doogie Howser.
Yes, Neil Patrick Harris is very prominent in that film, that show. Right, I believe that's nearly the hour. Disappointingly, Carlos not had to run off to go and have a baby, which...
Nope, nothing yet. No red alerts, unfortunately.
Logic states...
God damn it, man! This man's having a baby!
If we did a telethon type style show and just stayed on the air, eventually he would have to run away.
This is true.
I might have to get a packet of crisps.
Glorious hour.
In the words of, Band-Aid, give us your effing money. Yeah. Does that work on this basis?
Got my doubts.
Yeah. I've just been thinking, how long is it until our second anniversary?
We've had our second anniversary.
No, as in we've been doing this show.
Oh, one
Was
season
it
3.
like May? I can't remember.
April.
I think it's around May, isn't it?
So we're about 3 or 4 months out from our second anniversary of filling the airwaves with our inane banter.
And people still tune in.
That means...
And again, dear viewer, if you could...
Actually, have we got an episode count? We must be nearing episode 100, surely.
If our dear viewer would be kind enough to please hit the like emoji, the love emoji, or the blowjob face, we would sincerely appreciate it, please.
Well, exactly. Well, thank you so much for watching today. Today has been amazing. Sorry we haven't been able to put your comments on the screens. Many thanks to Christoph for being our link to the world of comments, and we do appreciate all your efforts there, Christoph. Much appreciated. We're going to try and fix that technical blip this week, and your comments will be back on the screen. Are we doing next week? Because obviously next week...
Well, we should all be home by Sunday night, shouldn't we?
Hopefully. Next week is a bit about...
Go live on Saturday.
Well, no, I think actually live on Friday would be better. I think an impromptu live on Friday show would be a good idea.
And keep eyes peeled on Facebook for the Carl's young offspring. Although you will need to guess the name.
Yes, we still need the name guessing.
I acquired a new niece this morning.
Oh, congratulations!
What shop?
Her name is Eve.
Eve.
It's funny because only 24 hours earlier I had met my nephew for the first time, and his name is Archie.
Oh, his name not Wally. Wow.
If my offspring has arrived by the time you're doing your show on Friday evening, if you do happen to go live, then obviously go through StreamYards. I can jump in on that with you and potentially show new said offspring off.
Oh, I knew I meant to say something before we disappear. I'm off to the National Film and Sci-Fi Museum on Friday on the way down, so I'm going to go and see some of the Star Trek related stuff in that one from the personal collection of Mr. Jason Joyner, who does the Destination Star Trek. So let's report back on what Star Trek stuff there is. Apparently, you're not allowed to take pictures of video.
Him from me. I do hope he's recovered.
Yes, absolutely. Right. Thank you very much for watching. It's been amazing. This is a bit where we wave at the audience.
And I'm now going to set yellow alert for the rest of the week, I think. There we go.
And Richard's got to go back to stalking a bush. So
I remember, Carl, when my last one was born, that I just put up a GIF of the Red Alert logo, and everybody knew exactly what it meant because everybody knew me so well.
Actually, surely if it's a potential landing, so surely I should be on blue alert.
Yeah, touchdown is when it arrives, isn't it?
So hang on, let's see if my little gadgety thing works. I've pushed a button and we should end up on blue alert any moment now.
The ship's been destroyed by it.
Please work. There we go. Yay.
Red alert. Are you sure? I'm going to have to go and change the bulb. Right. Thank you. You've all watched. You're amazing. Love you all.
Yes, thank you for watching, everyone. We've not been able to see any of your comments or views or anything this evening, but if you've watched and put up with us anyway, we do appreciate it. We do this purely because we felt when lockdown kicked off, we needed to stay in touch, and the Star Trek community needs to stay in touch, and you've kept watching us throughout everything anyway, and we generally do really appreciate that. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, awesome. Right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Look after yourselves and each other.